like my airplane is stalling, falling into my calling. I want it to immerse me. Don't put me up. I'm just falling. I'm just falling.
Grace and peace. Happy GODfident Mondays. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. In the story of Peter walking on the water, after seeing Jesus walking on the water, Peter had not only the opportunity, but he actually successfully got out the boat and began walking on top of the water as Jesus did. And he was successful in doing so as long as he kept his eyes on the Lord, as long as he kept his focus on the Lord. But as soon as he focused on the storm, as soon as he allowed the distraction to become more important to him than his focus on the Lord, that's when fear set in. And after fear set in, that's when he began to sink. See, what you may or may not know is that nature comprises of 5 different elements. And we understand those elements to be water, fire, wind, land, and space. In a snippet of a story in Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 32, it gives you a quick synopsis on Jesus and how he literally defied all 5 elements. He defied space and time because he went from praying at the top of the mountain to miraculously meeting the disciples in the middle of the water while the storm was ravaging their boat. When he met them, he defied the waters and wind because he walked on top of the waters, but he walked through the storm and the wind. He then proceeded to also defy fire, because fire as an element, it is just something that's referred to the flames of fire, but fire as an element is also defined as the fire of our emotions, the fire of our feelings. So he defied fear because he operated with complete dominion and authority, walking on water and walking through the wind. But he also defied fear by evoking fearlessness when he spoke a canceling of the fear that the disciples had in the boat. He took it even further. He then defied land and earth because by speaking, he evoked and triggered something in Peter. And when he triggered and evoked and woke up something in Peter, it caused Peter to do opposite of what the rest of the disciples were doing in the boat. It caused Peter to operate in fearlessness. It caused Peter to operate in faith. I need you to understand that what Jesus showed forth here in Matthew chapter 14 was a complete authority and dominion over the elements of nature. See, the enemy will use any and everything to distract you, to get you to fall. But our God continuously reminds us that he is all powerful. He is able to operate even outside of the very elements. Let me also be clear about something. I know other religions and other beliefs will get you to believe that these elements operate and stand alone. But these elements were created by God, but also given dominion to us to speak and have authority over. So what are we saying? On this GODfident Monday, I need you to continue to operate and live in Godfidence, knowing that there's no attack, that there's no plan of the enemy that is more powerful than what our God is able to do. So keep your eyes and focus on God, because it's when you allow the distractions and the elements of nature to become louder than the voice of God in your life where faith begins to be canceled out. Grace and peace, family. Happy GODfident Mondays.